Are you ready for this? No, 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 no.
Hello friends, welcome back to Rachel's Baking Corner. Today we are going to be making s'mores bars. Think Rice Krispie treats, but instead of Rice Krispies, we are going to be using little golden graham cereals. Think cinnamony, sugary, graham crackery, crunchy deliciousness with the golden grahams, but with your marshmallow and your chocolate coming together to make this s'mores deliciousness, like you're sitting at the campfire, but instead you're crunching on a little treat in your bedroom, in your pajamas, watching television. Yeah. This is not going to be a baking recipe. This is going to just simply be a cook and assemble situation. Rachel's assembly corner today. But honestly, I love a simple recipe that just requires one heating component, throwing it together, and getting it in my mouth as soon as possible. So let's talk ingredients, tools, order of operations, and let's get assembling, shall we? We shall. Let's chat ingredients. We are going to be using 7 cups of Golden Grahams cereal, 5 cups of mini marshmallows. I don't know if you can use large marshmallows. I think mini marshmallows just melt more evenly and faster versus a large marshmallow. So we're doing 5 cups mini marshmallows. Then 1.5 cups of milk chocolate chips. Milk chocolate specifically. I almost got semi-sweet, just thinking that would be a lot of sugar, but I'm just gonna go with what the recipe says and hope for the best. Then you are going to need 1/4 cup of light corn syrup. I'm assuming light because it didn't specify light or dark, and in most of the popcorn ball recipes and stuff I've done, it's a light corn syrup. So I just went with that assumption. I'm not sure it makes a huge difference. We need 5 tablespoons of butter. And then once everything's mixed together, we need another cup of mini marshmallows just to add with everything else. So we want these in marshmallow form, not melted. I'm gonna be adding this myself, 1/2 cup of chocolate chips, milk chocolate chips, to mix in because I just feel like there should be chunks of solid chocolate when you eat a s'mores. So that's my own choice. Do what you want. So, obviously, this is a induction stovetop and not your usual stovetop. Not required at all. This is just for my convenience of filming, but you do need a stovetop or a heating element of some kind. I think you could probably microwave this, but the recipe doesn't specify it. However, I've seen many a recipe using a microwave for Rice Krispie treats. So do your own research on that. I will just be using my stovetop to be melting my ingredients together. Basically, the order of operations is melt your marshmallows, your corn syrup, and your butter. Pour that melted deliciousness over your graham cracker cereal, your marshmallows, and your chocolate. Mix it together. Oh, and then we will need a casserole dish, lightly greased, to press the bars. They're not bars yet, but to press the mix into to give it a nice form. It will cool and set, and then we will invert, chop, and then shove into our faces. Yes, let's do it, shall we? I think we shall. Let's do this. I'm gonna turn on my stove. It's gonna be a little loud. And we're gonna turn this on to a low heat. So while this is getting hot, let's put in our butter specifically by itself with the corn syrup so that it can melt. Recipe doesn't say to do this, I say to do this. I am sort of familiar with Rice Krispie treats. I've actually made more popcorn balls in my life than I've made Rice Krispie treats, but I love Rice Krispie treats, but frankly, I love a store-bought Rice Krispie treat. I think they got the science down perfectly. Okay, so I am just going to get this melted. Once it's starting to melt, we will add our marshmallows. It says specifically to stir with a rubber spatula. I'm a little novice if the spatula is going to be sturdy enough for the final mixin'. So we'll see how that goes. I might swap over to a big metal spoon. I can just foresee it being a problem. So our butter and corn syrup has melted. So I'm going to add our 5 cups of marshmallows and our 1.5 cup, I believe, of milk chocolate chips. I'm gonna use my rubber spatula to just mix this up, and we're going to keep stirring until everything has melted into a glob, literal glob. Oh, marshmallows down. Okay. It smells fantastic. Not just the heat from the pan melts the marshmallows, but the hot sugar, syrup, and butter melt the marshmallows as well. Not exactly sure how long this is gonna take, but here's what we're starting with. Let's keep stirring. You can almost feel the marshmallows soften, which is kind of cool. And I'm just gonna keep scraping the sides and the bottom so nothing sticks and burns, because that probably wouldn't taste very good. Real quick, let's add our extra cup of marshmallows and our extra chocolate chips to our graham crackers. Keep stirring. I'm really starting to question if the bowl I chose is going to be big enough, because I can't even stir the cereal around right now without it making a mess. We're going to switch. Hold on. I'm trying to move fast. There we go. Keep stirring. Must keep stirring. What a workout. I'm kind of mashing the marshmallows. I just really don't want the chocolate to burn. Chocolate burns really easily, especially over a freaking hot stove. Oh, my arms. There's like chocolate everywhere. Smells really good. It looks crazy, but it looks great. So in my experience, when it looks like it's just about melted enough, I feel like you can call it. Oh, my arm is killing me. Okay, we're gonna turn that off. And you gotta work kind of fast in this stage. Oh yeah, that looks great. Okay, my arm is on fire. Okay, drizzle. This is gonna be sticky and messy. This is everything my OCD hates, but that's okay. There we go. All right, so as soon as it hits that air and is off the heat source, it starts setting. That's what marshmallow does. It's sugar. It's been tempered to a point where it sets quickly. So we're gonna just shake and stir and mix and mix. Hope for the best. In a recipe like this, I guess you can't be afraid to make a mess. We're gonna switch to the metal spoon because I already regret this. Ooh, I have a rice paddle. Let's do a rice paddle. That's right. You gotta show the treat who's boss. Oh my goodness. Scrape those sides down. No cereal gets left behind. Your hand is basically gonna get into it. Okay, Let's get our casserole dish. I lightly greased this with a little bit of oil. And, oh, it's everywhere. Scrape it into your casserole dish. Ugh. My casserole dish is a little smaller than what's told in the recipe, but I don't have one this size, so it's just gonna be a real tall Rice Krispie treat. Oh, it is kind of hot. My fingers are burning. Goodness gracious. Okay, all right, we don't have time. Press it in into the casserole dish before the marshmallow sets. Press, press, press. Just use your rice paddle to press it down. Yeah. Here we go. The rice paddle's working perfectly though because the little divots that's on it. I don't know if you know what a rice paddle is. It's almost like golf ball textured. It has little round circle divots in it. And it's made for rice because the rice doesn't stick to it all that much because of those little divots. And it's working perfectly. I'm gonna tell you, this would be really fun to make with a kiddo. If you have any children, nieces and nephews. We did it. Only covered mildly in marshmallow and chocolate. Okay, well, we're gonna let this sit. It says for up to an hour. I've never had a Rice Krispie treat take that long to set. I'm gonna throw this in my fridge and let it set for like 15, 20 minutes. And then we'll invert it and cut them and try them. So, see you then. We are ready to taste. These have been chilling in my fridge for probably 45 minutes or so, maybe even more because I was doing other stuff, but let's do this. Ready? Let's do a close-up real quick. Here are our Rice Krispie treats. The marshmallow chocolate mixture was really hard to mix around, so there are some little naked bits, but that's okay. It's gonna taste great. So I'm assuming I can do the good old-fashioned flip it trick. And let's just hope it comes out of the casserole dish. I did grease my casserole dish. Oh boy. Oh boy. Okay, that's not gonna happen. So we will cut them the old-fashioned way and place them on the dish. Hold please. Okay, I got my big knife. We will cut these. Let's just do one for right now to taste. And then I'll make them look pretty after. Okay, let's pull one out. Let's do the centerpiece here. It's gonna break my spatula. Oh, there it goes. Okay. Yay! Okay. Let me get close. It's a mess. I love it. You can see the marshmallow and the chocolate. Oh my gosh. Ready? For f***ing heat. Mmm. There's like so much of that chocolate mixture stuck down there. That's great. It's chewy. Tastes like cereal. It's chocolatey. Tastes like s'mores. This would be a perfect snack, dessert for any party. And it was so easy to make. It was really fun. I don't know if you heard me laughing my butt off the entire time. It was a mess, but it was hilarious and fun. And it tastes great. I love this. I love it. I'll prop them up for a picture so you can see how pretty they look. But yeah, that's it. Really easy, really tasty. A little spin on the boring classic Rice Krispie treat, although there's nothing wrong with the classic Rice Krispie treat. I enjoyed making it. It was a lot of fun. It was fast and easy. I hope you enjoyed watching. Thank you so much for being here today. I hope you liked this video. Please leave a comment on recipes you'd like me to try in the future. Subscribe, maybe. I post videos every Saturday. And I'll see you next time in my next video. I love you. Take care. Bye-bye.